Man, we got the Kwame Johnson episode. We got the Kwame Nkrumah Johnson episode, man. Shout out to my pops, man. Shout out to him. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Dad. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today, man? Welcome to the Uncomfortable Lifestyle channel. And I'm your man, Key. And this is Zeus, if you can see him. He wants some food, so if you see him, if you hear him back there crying, because he wants a snack or something like that. Man just ate. It's breakfast time. I just gave him some breakfast. But he definitely crying for some snacks. Not yet. Man, but today, man, we got the Kwame Johnson episode. We got the Kwame Nkrumah Johnson episode, man. Shout out to my pops, man. Shout out to him. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Dad. You know, as some of y'all might know, my dad's he's not with us, at least on earth, you know. He's with us in spirit, not really on earth though. You know, I just want to give a big shout out to him, you know. Just we had quite the relationship, you know, on earth together. And, you know, it's always a goal of mine to, you know, bring us together more, bring us more closer. You know, we can have more good talks, you know, funny talk, stuff like that. You know, my dad was he was a character. He is you know, a strong man. You know, basically like how the olden days was with men, like you can't be doing this and you got to do it like straightforward. You know, he's like that guy. And I had some footage. You know, my dad, he wanted to record him. You know, what his day to day operations was in the hospital. So I do have a footage that I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna let y'all see. You know, run that through, so y'all can go see that. And here we go. Face of life. 17 days into my new life. Peace.
I'm bringing your night nurse in as well. Hi, I'm Carolyn and this is Gabby. We'll be with you tonight.
Look at my chemo bag up there. Now I'm getting bag number 7. Chemotherapy. Bag number 7. Acute myeloid leukemia. Went to the hospital on the 1st. The lower abdominal pain. Had a biopsy on the 3rd. Called me back on the 6th. Told me get to the ER.
I'm gonna put it right in here.
Look what they gotta wear to put it on. Chemicals.
Yes.
Poison.
There's always gonna be those ones, and then white light.
Came to the hospital on the 10th.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
11th, I was on chemo. 7 and 3. They injected me 3 times. And now this is my 7th bag.
quick little, that's how they feed me. Everything going down to my chest.
Grams and 1,000 mils. Okay. 41.7 mils per hour. Yeah.
Chemotherapy.
All right. All right, last one up. All right, I'll be back.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I wish it was the last one.
Yeah. It's not good?
The last one of the introduction.
Oh, well, yes. Last one of this regimen. Number 7. 7 out of 7.
Yes.
Can I just see a quick look at your dressing? Beautiful. Thank you. All right, I'll be back tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right.
I really greatly appreciate you.
We'll be back and we'll get this out of here as well.
All right. Thank you.
Be safe.
Last of the introduction chemo.
All right.
Has to be covered. Can't be exposed to the light. Did kind of well with it. Probably had like 2 bad days since I've been in here since the 10th. Hey, face of life.
Yeah, so as y'all can see, you know, that was just the life. That was just the life literally every day, man. But man, shout out to you, Dad. Shout out to you, Dad. And you know, I thank you and I appreciate you for everything that you've done, everything that you were doing. You know, you were still in your prime and still had a lot more to give. You know, my dad, he got diagnosed with leukemia in July 2023. So yeah, I mean, once he got diagnosed with the leukemia, things kind of went pretty rapidly. He went to the hospital. You know, he had to take some time. You know, just to get his mental right to even go there, because you know when he first got the news, he didn't really want to even do any cancer treatment. You know, he didn't want to do all that. He didn't want to, you know, get down like that. You know, just because of the, you know, the stereotypical things you hear about, you know, chemo and all that stuff, is that like you get real weak, you get upside yourself and stuff like that. That was a pretty tough pill for him to swallow. You know, my dad is a control. He's not like a control freak, but he like controlling his life. Like he gonna go out his way. Like he don't want nobody else to tell him what to do or how to do it. He gonna go out his way. And so this was just a new task for him to, you know, have no control over things and, you know, let the doctors do what they do. And, you know, we sitting there, you know, because I went down there with him when he first went to the hospital and all that stuff. And me and him both just sitting there like, what y'all saying? Okay, this means what? Like, you're trying to get in depth. We trying to figure out what these words that these doctors are saying really mean. And, you know, it was a time. I can't lie. It was a time, you know. Like I said, my dad's a very strong man. And I seen him in a vulnerable state that I've never seen my dad, you know. Never seen my dad in this type of light before. So it was eye opening. It was hurt. It was painful. It was painful to watch, you know. Painful to see my dad going through things like that, and I know that's not his cup of tea. Like he don't get down like that. He don't get, you know, so vulnerable. He don't get so open. He's not in a position he never wants to be in a position where other people are really helping him so much. My dad is the helper. He helps other people. You know, and I think that's where I get it from. Between a mix between my mom and my dad. It's just I'm always the helper, but it's like when it comes time for us to need help, it's kind of hard for us to accept help. So. We just in the hospital. So July, I was there from like end of July, no, maybe early July to like August. Then my mom had an incident back in Georgia, so I had to come here, come help my mom's out. Man, it was just a lot going on in those time those time, man. But throughout everything, my dad, I was doing my best to keep my dad just in a positive spirit. That's as best I can because ain't nothing else I can do. With the medicine that he has to do, the treatments he has to do, nothing I can do but just be there and just watch and support with a smile on my face as best as I can. Even though I want to break down, I just had to keep a smile on my face and do my best to keep a person who. Normally, is it so, he's not too playful, my dad's not too playful, he's not too joyful all the time, keep a smile on his face, when he has to and stuff like that, but, we in a time where we're aiming for more, we're striving for more, we want to do more, we want to be more, we want to achieve more, we want to help more. So, we in that midst, so it's not a funny type of thing when you in that grind mode, you're trying to go after more. So, yeah, I'm doing my best to keep a smile on his face, man. Keep a smile on his face the best I can, helping the nurses. I'm going back and forth with the nurses, just to keep them cool. Because my dad, like I said, he's a very controlling guy, He likes things this way and how they are, and he wants to direct them, He's really a boss. He's really a boss. He tells people what to do. He don't get told what to do. So, every time nurses had to come in and tell him something, he might not have liked it. I had to always go in there, be like, yeah, nurse, he got it. He gonna do it, just give him some time, talk to me. You talk to me. I had to be the point man, for most of this, most of the time in the hospital. I was the point man. I was, going out there, go talk to nurses. I'm sorry he just snapped, I'm sorry he like that. He a little wild up, You gotta understand, being in a position where you have leukemia and not everybody has it, you get a why me perception. You get a why is this happening to me? When I'm, doing the best I can, I'm doing everything, right, It's like a why me mentality, and that hurt my dad. It was like why him out of everybody, why him, and I felt him. I understood. Like I didn't really like get it because I wasn't going through it, but I felt it. I understood. And I'm sitting there too, like, why my dad? Why I got to go through this? I know he going through it, but I got to see this stuff, and I'm right there with him. Doing my best just to keep a smile on my face and stay positive when I'm really inside looking like, wow, this is crazy. This is what they do. Like, this how much blood they take from a human. All this blood they take in, this cannot be safe. This cannot be safe. This cannot be real. Man, so, his time in the hospital, it was really crazy. It was a time, every day walking into the hospital, trying to keep his energy up, trying to just keep him positive. We drinking water. We want everything to be clean, detox. We want everything to get out of his system. Drinking a lot of water, just trying to do my best just to keep him busy, keep him happy. Talking about football, my dad is the biggest 49ers fan, and it's crazy. It's crazy, because one of the last days I was with him, in the hospital. We was talking about the 49ers and the Steelers, it's the beginning of the season. And I'm telling him, yeah, Steelers going to be nice. He don't want to hear this, blah, blah, blah. He talking all this smack. Hey, he talking about his 49ers nice. And I'm like, who your quarterback? I got Brock Purdy, whatever. And all of a sudden, first week, come out, smacks us around. I would think he even talked to me. Like, he didn't even say nothing because, like, he knew. I kind of knew, but I wouldn't believe him. And his 49ers smacked us around, and then they smacked the whole league around. It's crazy, you know, that the 49ers are actually in the Super Bowl. Like, crazy. 49ers in the Super Bowl. My dad's not here to witness. That's crazy. You know, like, the year he dies, the year the 49ers go to the Super Bowl. I hope they win it. Okay, I kind of don't hope they win it, but, like, I'll probably cry if they win it. I'll probably cry if the 49ers win. I'm not gonna cap. I'll be like, this is some stuff right here. There's some stuff, how this works out. Oh man, but I just wanna say, just thank you, Dad. Thank you for everything you've done, man. You really, in your own way, you did like the best you can. You gave everything you have, you know, to me to help me learn, help me see things a little differently. Everything I got here, my computer set up. I was on my pops. He helped me get my first car. He helped me do a lot. Man. We had good times, man, and I'm just grateful. Just grateful for everything, man. I wish I had more time though, because I wanted to do so much more with my pops, man. I wanted to do so much more. I wanted just to break the so strict barrier that we had. We were really strict and stuff like that. But so I can play with him, or how I play with my moms and stuff like that. Joke around, because life is so short. Like, can't be serious all the time because life is really short. We don't know when anybody can go, and I ain't never think in July that my dad would go in October. Like, it was never really a thought that he would really die. It was like, oh, he can beat this. Like, yeah, he can beat this, and he was. Every time we went to anywhere, they're like, oh, you been through chemo? They look at his charts. They look at him. They look at his charts. They look at him. We used to laugh about this because they look at his charts. Oh, you got this, and they look at him. You do not look like you've been through, which we used to be like, what do you mean? What does that mean? Because they were like, you do not look like you've been through, chemo, or how many rounds of chemo. You do not look like you've been through that. And my dad just sitting there like, thank you, because he wasn't so skinny. Like I say, you're supposed to lose weight, get skinny, and stuff like that. But he wasn't really losing any weight really much. He was continuing to eating, and he wasn't really looking crazy. He looked like his normal self. So every time he went out somewhere, a doctor would be like, "You been through this? I read your files. This is what you've been through, because you look pretty amazing." And be like, that's good. We like, that's good. But the time came when he had to get out the hospital. That was really the problem, when he had to get out the hospital and still, be cautious and do all this stuff. It's like, to be honest, I'm thinking hospital, they don't really care at that point. They see, hey, you're doing a little better, let's get you out the hospital, because that's when it really get dangerous. When you got, cancer and stuff like that, you're taking chemo, it brings all your vitals down, it brings all your immune systems, it brings all your white blood cells, all your good blood cells, all that, it brings it all down, kills everything down to like zero. So you're real susceptible to get any type of disease, because it's bringing everything down. So you need to be in a controlled environment where you can, be safe. Less germs, less bacteria, less chances of getting infection and stuff like that. But it's really hard when you're doing outpatient stuff. So you got to go home and get back to your regular life, because you still got to make money, you still got to pay bills and all that stuff. But you still have to do your chemo. He wasn't doing as much chemo as he was doing when he was in the hospital, but he's still doing chemo treatments and stuff like that, and that's still hurting his overall immune system. So I left like August. So I wasn't really with him September, October. In those trying months when he's going through outpatient stuff like that. I talked to him, but he wasn't really too fond of the situation. How he got to get places and stuff like that. He really can't work much. really can't do much work, and no one's providing for him. Like nobody in the system is, paying his bills because he has cancer and stuff like that. It's just like, oh, you got cancer and now you can't do much, but you still got these bills to pay. You still got to find somewhere to live, but we're not gonna help you. You gotta figure it out on your own. Like, dang. If you thought it was tough for a black man already, have cancer and be a black man. It's a little bit harder. I ain't gonna say it was a lot bit harder, man. So in those times, ultimately, then my dad just got fed up. He just got fed up with all the rules and everything, going on. So he got fed up with what's the name and everything going on, and I just don't think he could take it much longer. So yeah. So he passed away on October 31st. It was the morning of Halloween. Morning of Halloween is when I got that call. I was like, oof. It's a call to get. That's definitely a call to get right there. It's a call to get. So yeah. Real crazy. Crazy life. It's crazy 2023 for me. I ain't gonna lie. It's wild. But we here now, and all I can do is just keep pushing forward in the direction that he wanna move. Like I said, he had goals of, housing. He wanted to house his people, feed his people, clothe his people, and employ his people. I'm gonna take on those things, I'm gonna take on those, continue to move in his direction, because I just, it's all about our ancestors, and I want to thank our ancestors and people that have came before me, So shout out to my dad, his dad, his dad, my great grandparents. Shout out to my mom, and her mom, and hers mom, and her dad. Shout out to my family tree. Shout out to the family. I'm gonna continue carrying the torch. Carry the torch. I'm gonna carry the torch. I'm gonna take on the torch. Have some fun with it, but I'm gonna get some things done. I will get things done. It's my obligation, really. It's not. I don't even live a life for me no more. I can't even live a life for Key. I can't live for Key-san. I gotta live for those before me who ain't have the opportunities that I have. That they ain't have the resources that I have. I have to push on for them, because then their life would mean nothing if I didn't do more. If I didn't make their life have an impact, it affected me in a big way. So I gotta make the world feel it. Things happen in my life, that affect me all types of crazy. So I gotta make the world feel it. Gotta make the world feel how this affected me. That's just by creating, doing more, being bigger. I gotta be bigger than what I am, because I got too many people inside me. I got too many people inside me that's just, now they're living through me, watching from whatever seats they got. They watching me, living through me, and I gotta put on a good show. Man, so, hey, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for, listening to me rant, listen to me just go down with some memories. To my father, at least while he was in the hospital, in that time. But hope y'all enjoyed. We're gonna have some more stuff. This the Kwame Nkrumah Johnson episode, and thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all take care. Peace.